Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It's Dr. Nasser here, and in this video we're going to understand the basement membrane. This is a thin but very important layer that sits between epithelium and connective tissue. If you picture where it is and what it does, a lot of the histology and pathology starts to make a lot more sense. Now let's start by locating it. If you look at an epithelial layer here, and then just look beneath it, you'll see a thin line separating it from underlying tissue. That thin line is the basement membrane. Now, the basement membrane is not just one layer. It's actually made up of two main parts working together. The upper part, which is closest to the epithelium, is produced by the epithelial cells. The lower part, which is closer to the connective tissue, is produced by the connective tissue. Together they form a supporting sheet that anchors the epithelium in place. You don't need to memorize these complex names here. Just understand that it's a shared structure between two tissues. Now let's look at what it actually does. Firstly, it acts as a physical support. It keeps the epithelial layer attached and stable. Secondly, it acts as a barrier and filter. Substances passing between the epithelium and connective tissue must cross this layer. And third, it helps guide cell repair and growth. When tissue is damaged, the basement membrane helps cells know where to grow back. Now on the histological slide, the basement membrane often appears thin and slightly darker beneath the epithelium. Sometimes it's subtle, so instead of trying to see it directly, identify the epithelial layer, the connective tissue layer below, they recognize the basement membrane as the thing that lines between them. Here's a key idea to remember. The basement membrane is a thin layer that sits between epithelium and connective tissue and is produced by both. It anchors the epithelium in place, acts as a filler between the two tissues, and helps guide the repair when tissue is damaged. If you know what it is and what it does, you'll understand its importance. So in summary, the basement membrane is not just a boundary, it is actually a functional layer that supports, filters, and guides tissue behavior. Once you recognize the basement membrane as a link between the epithelium and connective tissue, many structural and disease processes become a lot easier to interpret. I hope that made sense. Any questions, please pop it in the comments below. And if you get a chance, like and subscribe to this video. And I'll see you in the next one.